That last arc being 3 movies, that's gonna convince that Demon Slayer is a top 5 anime of all time. Demon Slayer should have had more character development. It should have. But again, I don't think that's what the series was going for. Mugen Train, can I say this movie's overrated? Can I say that? We are here to talk about some Demon Slayer. One thing that always pisses me off about this series, people are so disingenuous when it comes to talking about Demon Slayer. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be for real. I'm gonna be for real, bro. People expect this series to be something that it never is ever trying to be, and it pisses me off. Demon Slayer is supposed to be a calm, very, very calm battle shonen for a lot of people to enjoy. It is supposed to be a calm, feel good story about niggas killing demons, and then these demons will have like sad, tragic backstories. They're not just like terrible villains to be terrible villains, and then Tanjiro teaches them the powerful lesson at the end. You know what I'm saying? It's a basic formula, but it is very entertaining. It is very tropey, but it is very entertaining. And I hate how people use they see what the show is so clearly intending to be, and they will hate it for not doing more. It's not like Demon Slayer's trying to bite more than they could chew. It's not like, oh, they're trying to be this grandiose story with a bunch of intertwining arcs and this and the like, and then they just fail at that and they don't actually capture anything. Demon Slayer knows what it wants to do, and it does it great. And people are expecting it to be something that it's not. Like, oh, it's not serious. Oh, there's no themes. Oh, there's all. It's not trying to do any of that, bro. It's dead not trying to do any of that whatsoever. Sounds like John Wick. They know we're here for the action. It's like John Wick. Not gonna flame John Wick for not having the most deep and complex story, because that's not what John Wick is. You're watching John Wick to see John Wick kill people. You're watching it to see him kill niggas. That's all you're watching John Wick for. And I don't know why people try to slight Demon Slayer for not being what it's not trying to be. It's not trying to be deep. It's not trying to have a bunch of really crazy themes and all this, that, and the third. It's supposed to be just a put on the show, have a good time for real. When it does want to get there, it does get there. Like, bro, if you're watching this and the Infinity Castle movie came out and you seen Akaza's backstory, Demon Slayer could get like that when it wants to. Akaza's backstory is like some of the coldest stuff I'd have ever read in any anime, bro. I loved his backstory and his character and what they did with him. That was so sick. So it's a solid 7 out of 10. I would say it's like a solid 7. Like when we did our anime tier list, what I put this, like B? Yeah, I put it at a B, right under JJK. Right under JJK. I feel like that's a calm placement for Demon Slayer. I do think, dude, the stimulus package that the movies are going to give it are going to be insane. I've not seen the movie. It is currently Thursday, 9/11. The movie comes out tomorrow. I've not seen it yet. I know what happens. I have not seen it. So I cannot confirm or deny what I'm about to say. But from what I've seen, I have seen some of the leaks. I think this, and I have seen the records it has been breaking in Japan. Bro, this might change how anime is perceived in a movie lens, bro. That last arc being 3 movies, that's gonna convince that Demon Slayer is a top 5 anime of all time. I would go that far, because I think that arc, I'll give a brief little overview and no spoilers though. I will not spoil anything. No, won't spoil anything. That arc is, I would say, either the best or the second best in the series. I think the Red Light District is definitely probably 1, and then this would probably be 2. Someone said Wet Glaze, bro. I'm just telling you how people are gonna speak, because that arc, when I read the manga, I don't think Demon Slayer's manga art is that good. I don't think the art of the manga is that crazy, but the fighting and the action of that arc, as well as the stories, there is actually incredible stories, bro. There's actually incredible, one of my biggest complaints about Demon Slayer is I hate how the demon backstories just come at the end for you to feel bad for them. In this arc, all of them are 10 times better. All of them have very well thought out relationships with all the Hashiras. So it's not just like, oh, a random demon that y'all gotta go kill. No, like these niggas actually have beef. And all the villains in that arc are cool. You feel for everything that happens. Like Akaza that I just mentioned. Akaza has an incredible one. I'm telling you, he's gonna become everyone's favorite character. He's gonna become everyone's favorite character once that movie's finished. Inosuke has an incredible one. I don't know if they cover it in this movie. It'll probably be the second. Zenitsu has a fantastic fight. Don't know if that's covered in this movie. Who's the girl? Who's the girl that's usually with Gyu? Her and her sister go crazy. And then there's one demon with like 6 eyes that also goes freaking stupid too. And the Hashiras that he fight actually are pretty good characters as well. And they get a lot to do during that as well. Like, I'm telling you, bro, the glaze is going to be insane. Because Infinity Castle is literally just fight after fight after fight after fight after fight after fight after fight. There's no in between. You got hot takes? Drop the hot takes in the chat right now. I'll be yapping. I'm yapping, so just drop them, bro. Someone said, I feel like the ending of Demon Slayer is Mickey Mouse. I don't think so. I think it's low-key overhated. I don't think the ending is that bad. Maybe I gotta reread it. I don't think the ending was that terrible. For y'all niggas to say, oh, it was so bad, it's so Mickey Mouse, it's so I don't think it was that bad whatsoever. Y'all are like real life bugging. I'm not gonna lie, y'all niggas is real life bugging. I'm gonna mute and play the video so y'all have something on the screen. I know y'all TikTok brains might be a little, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that bad, bruh. Demon Slayer should have had more character development. It should have. But again, I don't think that's what the series was going for real. I don't think like the characters are not there to like develop, if that makes sense. Like, Tanjiro is supposed to be the non-changing main character that changes the world around him and not himself changing. Zenitsu's just a walking trope. Inosuke's a walking trope, but he gets a really, really great character defining fight at the end. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Infinity Castle, that once that movie trilogy finishes, and like word of mouth spreads of how good those movies are gonna be, because like it's just fights. UFO Table is not gonna sell just fights. Like, they're not gonna fumble just animating fights. That's all they have to do. They're not gonna fumble that, bro. Like, this is going, like, the word of mouth that's gonna spread of how incredible these movies are gonna be. Number one, I'm gonna predict how people are gonna talk about this series once those movies are finished. Number one, people are going to say that it's going to be a top 5 anime of all time. I think the movies will be that hype. The movies will be like Infinity War type hype. Again, it's just fighting. It's just fighting. It's just hype aura. It's just hype moments in aura the whole time. 2, I think it could make a big wave for anime in cinema. Now, I had this take for a long time where I feel like if Dragon Ball Super was just movies and it never had the anime, it could have made Marvel levels of impact, I think, from an anime perspective. Like, I think like the only IP that has that pull is Dragon Ball. And I feel like it could, but they make their movies too far apart. And like, it's low-key, I wouldn't say different audience every time, but it's like it never draws the same audience because there's no momentum that's ever built. If that makes sense. It's like they'll build the snowball, they'll wait 3 years. Then they'll build the snowball, and then they'll wait 3 years. Which is why like the sales of the Dragon Ball movies are not that crazy, besides Broly, because Broly was in the title. But I think Demon Slayer could do it. If they don't take too long between each movie, I think they could do it. It would still be like a year or two between, but like I think they could definitely do it, bro. It's only going to be 3 movies, but I think those three movies will probably break a lot of box office numbers, and then people are going to realize, yo, we should definitely make more anime movies. I don't know, bro. ROF still hella butt. ROF sucked. Battle of Gods was good. Broly was good. Superhero was good. But, so imagine, right? Battle of Gods came out, 2013? 2 years later, ROF. 2 years later, instead of there being an anime, 2 years later, Goku Black Arc as a movie. I don't know how they would have done it. Just change some things. Goku Black as a movie. How insane would it be if like they were literally hyping up a movie and like it was a evil Goku in the trailer? I feel like that'd go insane. And you make it like a 2-parter if you wanted to. You make it a 2-parter movie, bro. Tell me not Goku Black, I feel like would be loved a lot more as a 2-part movie villain than if he was in a show. I think that would have done wonders for them. Tournament of Power, I don't know how you would do that into a movie. Don't. I remember people were thinking that there was. If y'all was tapped into DBS back when it was airing, when Tournament of Power was going on, and they revealed like Toei got a website domain for like the DBS. It was like DBS Movie 2018. People thought the rest of the Tournament of Power would have been a movie. Like they thought the finale of the Tournament of Power was going to be a movie. It ended up being Broly. But Broly, I think for sure, Broly was an incredible movie. I think they should have leveled up after Broly. They should have introduced Cooler. I think Cooler would have been insane. Like imagine a Cooler post-credit scene. A Cooler post-credit scene in Broly. That would have been so sick. And then from that point forward, we get like a DB movie every 2 years. I think they would have had like an MCU level type of impact in the theaters. Again, people don't go to watch animated movies, specifically anime movies in like America-ish. So like I don't know how crazy the numbers would be, but I think if there was any type of IP that could bring a new audience to anime movies, it'd be Dragon Ball. Y'all saw what Fighters did to how much Dragon Ball exploded the fighting game community after that. Like this is Japanese films though. Okay, yeah, worldwide gross 500K. That's a lot, but like for an anime, like that's a lot for an anime movie. But like in general, that's not even that crazy. That's not even that crazy, which is absurd. It's not even that crazy. Like that's like a low end Marvel movie. Where's the first Dragon Ball movie to show up? It's not like in the top 20. Dragon Ball is pretty far down. But yeah, look, 500K. This is not even a worldwide release. 300K already. 300K already. It's only out in Japan right now. It's only out in Japan right now. And this came out in 2020. This was COVID. And then when it came out the year after, it was 2021. Like, come on, bro. 500 million. Yeah, I know 500 million. 500 million's good money, but like, look at like what Marvel does, bro. Fantastic Four, people were saying was a flop. That got the same amount as the highest grossing anime movie of all time. If you look online, people say Fantastic Four flopped. That's what people were saying. That is what people were saying, bro. Like, you can't compare Marvel to anything else. That is fair. But that's what I'm trying to show y'all. Like, they have the potential to be a Marvel, I think, in my opinion. That is still really good. But let's go down. Yeah, Demon Slayer here. The first Slam Dunk. I never heard of this movie. That's pretty high. Yeah, damn. 7th? One Piece film Red. I remember this one. Yup, I did watch that in theaters. JJK 0. Damn, where's Dragon Ball? Damn, 23. Yo, was I gassing DB too much? 20? Does DB not have sauce? Am I bugging? 23 is low-key crazy. I was expecting at least top 20. 23? Wow. God damn, Dragon Ball? I thought Dragon Ball had a little bit more. That's crazy. I still think Dragon Ball could definitely have the sauce to bring the audience, but like damn, I didn't know 23. I think Demon Slayer could do it though. Demon Slayer could have a mini little trilogy cinematic universe that could expand. But I think Dragon Ball could have done it for sure. I think Dragon Ball for sure could have done it, even though this is a 23rd. I think Dragon Ball for sure could have done it. Let me just see the rest of these out of curiosity. Yeah, I don't know much of these. These are not all anime movies. This is like Japanese movies. So not all of these are anime. I wanted specifically animated, but yeah, this is highest grossing in Japan. And this is look at Mugen Train, look at Infinity Castle, highest grossing in Japan of all time. I'm telling you, Demon Slayer got it. Bro. I think since DB is so much action, it's not really meant for movies. All the highest on the list are story driven. Yeah, Your Name is story driven. Yep. Your Name was so fire when I first watched it. Like, I would have for real cried. I didn't cry, but like, dude, that movie had me depressed for like 2 days. Like that has never happened watching a movie. That movie was so loving, it had me depressed. I don't even know what it was. Like I don't know how you could get so happy you get depressed. It's crazy. I've never seen Spirited Away, but I know that's story based. What is this? Never seen this one. Oh, that sold that. I know this one actually. This sold that well, really? God damn. Okay. And yeah, all these are like story related. All these are story related, bro. All these are story related, except for like maybe Slam Dunk. I don't know how story related this is, but like Slam Dunk was hilarious. The little I've read of it, I read like 30 chapters back like in high school. Was so fire. Loved it. Loved it. And then like all these, Weathering Away with You. Yep, they all have the same cover. That's so funny. The Your Name niggas got the same cover every time. They know what works. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Them niggas, they got the same color every time. That is too funny, bro. But anyways, let's get back into it. Anyways, Infinity Castle, that arc's gonna go crazy. If I was to talk about the entire series, I think season 1 is a pretty solid season. I remember this part, the forest segment was going crazy. Like, people were so hyped about, I think it was episode 19. Season 1 is definitely, like, pretty good. Pretty enjoyable season. I don't know how gas I'd put it on the list, but it's definitely a very refreshing watch. Like, definition of like a B tier watch. Like, it's very enjoyable, but like I don't know how like absolutely incredible the hype warranted it to be. Mugen Train, can I say this movie's overrated? Can I say that? Because besides Akaza and the second half and Rengoku, his speech, Tanjiro's speech when Akaza's running away, like all that great second half stuff and Rengoku in the beginning, besides that, the movie kind of stinks. Now, I don't want to say stinks, but the first half is not that crazy. Enmu sucks as a villain. The dream thing is cool for a little bit, but like, Demon Slayer's again not the type of series that will go really deep with it, so I don't think it goes that crazy. The only cool moment out of the first half of the movie, in my opinion, is when Tanjiro was just cutting his neck over and over and over, and then he almost cuts his real neck if Inosuke didn't stop him. That part was fire. Other than that, the first half is so forgettable. When Akaza shows up, the fight is incredible. Even besides the fight, the character stuff at the end of the movie is just elite. It is cherry on top, perfect. Love to see it. It's immaculate. Love it. I love it, bro. That's the thing about action anime movies. The first half is always trash. Second half is lit. Would I say that though? One Piece Red, I didn't like that at all. It was only really gas. I would even say the second half, it'd be like the last like 20 minutes. It'd be like the last like dead, like not even 20 minutes. What was like the last part where like they were all in that little zone? This movie it was just like the last like 10 minutes were like fire. And the rest was like, okay. I'm not seeing the other One Piece movies. Can't really speak on it. If I was talking about just Dragon Ball, I've seen the Naruto movies a long time ago too. I couldn't even speak on them. Can't even speak on them. Film Z is fire. I gotta watch One Piece Z, Film Z at some point. But like, DBS Broly, I think has a pretty good first half. Broly 1, I don't think is boring for its first half. I don't think Wrath of the Dragon is boring. I don't think BoJack might drag a little bit. I do like BoJack, but like if you don't like the minion parts, then like I guess Future Reborn I don't think drags at all. I don't think Cooler's Revenge is boring at any point. I don't think Bardock Special is boring at any point. Lord Slug, don't remember like that. Tree of Might is the definition of first half is boring as hell though. Tree of Might is the most overrated Dragon Ball movie ever. I don't know why niggas like that movie so much, bro. I really don't. Turles does like 2 good combos, and then like the rest of it is just like I don't know. I don't know where the hype for that movie came from. I don't know where y'all niggas came from. Like, so overrated. I don't like Tree of Might like that for real. Don't like Tree of Might like that for real. Android 13 doesn't have a boring first half either. Android 13 is dead just fighting the whole time. It's like they have 5 minutes at the mall, and they just fight for the rest of it. Cooler's Revenge is Snoozeville till Cooler shows up? I don't think so. I don't think so. Besides, literally, like, if you were bored during the point where, like, Goku gets knocked out and they're hiding in the cave, and then Gohan going to get the Senzu beans, I guess. But I think once Piccolo shows up, the movie's not boring. Like, the movie's, like, from that point forward is fire. I think the first beginning-ish is pretty fire. Like, beside, like, that small portion of the middle, if you wanted to call that boring, I guess. Second Coming has a terrible first act. Second Coming's first act was so boring. Alright, we gotta stop making this a Dragon Ball conversation. We're talking about Demon Slayer right now. We gotta turn this into a Dragon Ball conversation, bro. But Mugen Train is an incredible movie. I think the Entertainment District or the Red Light District, this is literally the best arc in the show. I think it is like the perfect definition of what I like about Demon Slayer. It's like enjoyable characters, enjoyable action, very funny, great characters. Uzui is one of the coldest characters. The villain was very entertaining. Both villains, the girl and when her brother shows up, very entertaining villains. Not gonna lie, not super deep. Like their backstory didn't really move me. I ain't gonna lie, but it does play into the theme. Like you know how Tanjiro has his sister and like their relationship compared to like their relationship. It was pretty alright. I love this arc though. Yeah, Tengen and Zenitsu's beef was hilarious. I'm telling you, bro. Because the nigga had 3 wives, bro. He had to get nerfed. He real life had to get nerfed. All 3 wives bad too. Like, let's be serious, bro. Come on, bro. He needed to get nerfed. This arc was fire, though. The fights were insane, too. Bro, these niggas were fighting for their life. Come that last, like, 3 episodes, bro, these niggas was boxing for their life. Like, bro, them niggas was real life wildin', bro. Real life wildin'. And then the Swordsmith Village arc is very boring. I'm making a Demon Slayer video next week, but I rewatched this arc for that video. I low-key skimmed it like crazy. It was so boring. This arc low-key sucks. Swordsmith Villain arc, Swordsmith, goddamn. Swordsmith Village arc made me stop watching, someone said in the chat. I agree. Dude, I didn't stop reading when I first peeped Demon Slayer, but like, bro, this arc, man, she's boring. Boring, gang. Dude, it's like, number one, I do like the boldness of the author taking away Inosuke and Zenitsu, but I don't think I think they were needed for an arc. For how boring this arc was and how boring the villain was, they would have been so needed. I'm sorry, but like Tanjiro could carry something himself, but he's surrounded by boring niggas. He's surrounded by Mitsuri's barely in. When the action starts, Mitsuri's barely there. She's pretty entertaining. She's barely there. Nezuko's cute, but she can't talk. How is Tanjiro going to bounce off that? Tanjiro had cute moments with Genya, but they are, again, not super near each other for a bit of the arc. And then, who's the blue-haired nigga? They just showed his face. This nigga right here is boring. He's so boring. It's like Tanjiro can work. He works best with Zenitsu and Inosuke. He can work good with other characters too. Like he worked pretty well with Genya in my opinion. But this was a horrible combination of characters. The villain was also stupid boring. It was like there was nothing that enjoyable about this arc, bro. And it was all just fighting about stuff no one cared about, man. Like I don't know, this one was so weak. Like there was no plot to it. Like how at least in the Entertainment District arc, they were pretending to be girls and like looking for the wives. Like there was a little bit of a mystery to it, nigga. There was nothing here, bro. They pull up to the village, the demons attack, they box for 6 episodes straight. Like I don't know, bro. This one was lame, and it sucks because the swordsmiths are so funny. The swordsmith niggas are hilarious too. Y'all could have done something with that, bro. Could have real life done something with that, I think. But is what it is, I guess. Yeah, look how long this arc is for how boring it is. They dragged it bad, bro. For how long this arc is. So boring, bro. You cannot be that moody and be that long. And then the Hashira training arc, that one was pretty alright. Like I don't really have much to say about that one. But it's kind of crazy. Demon Slayer only really got 2 really, really good arcs. It's kind of funny. You really only got Red Light District, and then you got the final arc that's going to be the 3 movies. And then Mugen Train's pretty good, but I think the last half carries. The first season is very enjoyable, but like I wouldn't call it elite by any stretch of the word. And then like Swordsmith arc, that was just mid to damn near bad, I'd say. But y'all let me know what y'all think about Demon Slayer. Y'all let me know in the chat. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking, bro.